Rock from one hip to the other hip. And then equally press your feet into the ground. Equanimity, not favoring one side of the body more than the other. And then close your eyes. Let yourself soften. No one person is born hating another person. Hate is a learned behavior. No one person is born hating themselves. It is also a learned behavior. So as people can learn to hate, they can also learn to love. They can learn to be more compassionate. And they can be a better human being. So bring that into your heart and into your practice today. We'll open our eyes and take a stretch up to the sky. Reach all 10 fingers up. Wiggle them in the air. Maybe roll around the wrist, making some movement in your hands. And then take the arms out wide, palms facing up. As if you're carrying something, you're holding something in your hands, and notice the weight of your arms. Now inhale, bring your hands together, palms touch. And feel how the arms become lighter when they become one. And then exhale, reach the arms back out. Separated, heavier. Inhale, reach up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, arms out wide. Inhale, arms touch and hands touch. Look up, gaze up, bend your elbows, bring your wrist, the heel of your hand towards your forehead. Draw your head back, pull your elbows back. Feel the top of your spine. Inhale, straighten the arms, reach them out and up, and then exhale, turn the palms down and float the shoulders down. Lengthen your spine, lift your head up. Remember what a corkscrew does? You pull down the sides and the cork comes up. I want you to think about that as we move through this. Inhale, reach up. You're going to kind of sink down. And then turn your palms out and then lift up the head. Inhale. And we exhale. Mindful movements. On the inhale, we reach up. The exhale, we press down. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, press down. Inhale, becoming aware of the time and space that we are moving through. Warming up our body and our breath. Get bigger, more expressive in your pose. No one's watching. Round, maybe tuck the chin in. Be more cat-like as the arms come down. Sulking down. Inhale, lifting up, stretching it. Exhale, rounding and bringing it closer in. Two more. Inhale, reach it up. Feel the strength. Exhale, grounding down. Last one. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale up, hands to your heart center. Point your elbows out away from your shoulders. Lift the crown of your head up And bow slightly forward, acknowledging the practice. Feel your feet pressing into the ground, making that zigzag thunderbolt shape with your body. Hug in your belly, ignite your breath. So when we talk about warming up, we want our muscles to be warm as we practice. This is a warming posture. A chair pose kind of heats you up. You should feel your legs right here in this pose. It may not look like much, but as you lean forward, you're tightening up the belly. You're pressing palm into palm so the shoulders and the arms are active. Breathe. Now we're going to reach our arms up by our ears, creating more of a thunderbolt shape. Spread all 10 fingers out. Adjust your body so that you're leaning slightly forward, shoulders coming over your knees, feeling your low back. Exhale, bring your arms back and your shoulders away from your ears. Reach your hands behind you. Keep looking forward. Inhale, reach your arms up by your ears. Lightning bolts. Exhale, bring it back. Look and lean a little bit more in front of you. Inhale, back to thunderbolts. Exhale, reach back. See if you can reach back 10% more than you just did. Maybe bring your pinkies in towards your spine, like reaching back, squeezing those shoulder blades, actively pressing the feet into the ground so the legs are warming up. Inhale, reach forward back to your thunderbolts. You should be feeling your spine right about now. That low back is working. Exhale, bring it back. Lean forward, get your belly a little closer to your thighs, a little closer, lean, lean, lean. And then release the arms down and touch your shins or your ankles. Let go of your shoulders, let go of your neck, let go of your head. Liberate, the freedom to release, to let go. Your deep breath in and out soothes your mind and your body. So remember to breathe fluidly. We'll inhale and slide our hands up our legs to our hip creases. Point the elbows back. Hold on to your thighs. Lift your heart up. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Exhale, round and slide your hands down to your knees, cat pose. Inhale, lift up for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. Hold here. Look at your belly button. Squeeze it all in. Then reach your hands forward, straighten your spine, and then reach straight up. Cactus your arms, broaden your chest, lift your chin and point it to where the ceiling and the wall meets. Inhale, bring the elbows to touch, suck the belly in. Elbows in towards your belly. Open up wide. Inhale, bring the elbows to touch and round in. Exhale. Inhale, bring it in. Round. Open out the arms. Two more. Inhale, elbows touch, tuck it all in. Exhale, elbows go behind the rib cage. Bring it back in. Suck the elbows down towards your belly. Inhale, reach out and hold your arms out wide. Again, you're carrying something. Imagine there's something in your right hand. Imagine there's something in your left hand. Feel your shoulders. Turn your palms down. Turn your palms back up to reset. Reach over to the right side of your room, leaning on your right hip. Now lean over to the left side of the room, lean on your left hip. Reach back to the right, and as you do that, reach the left arm up, reach the right arm down. Back out to a T, shift your weight to the left, right arm up, left arm down. Arms back out to a T, reach to the right, lift up the left leg, take the right hand down, balancing on that right sit bone. Lean to the left, right knee comes up, right hand comes up. Back out to a T. You bring your hands together over your head, back to your heart center. Relax your shoulders. I'm going to tilt my screen down. Stick your legs out in front of you, both of them long out in front of you. So point your feet, press your all 10 toes into the ground. So stretching out the legs here. We're going to lift up the right foot. Point and flex your right foot. Bend the right knee. Kick out the right knee. Point the toes up. Bend the knee. Kick it out. So doing just a couple kicks here with the right leg. If you're falling out, hold on to the chair. Please don't fall out of your chair. One more. And we're going to hold out that right foot. Point your toes up. Now straighten your spine. So lift your head up. Feel the activation in the right leg. Lift your left arm up. Exhale, lower down. Relax the right leg. Let's work on the left. Press your right foot into the ground, lift your left foot, and then we'll point and flex the left ankle. Roll it around, make some little noises there. And then we're going to bend the knee, bring it in. Exhale, kick it out. Point the toes up. Inhale. Exhale. Bending the knee, trying to bring it towards the shoulder. That leg's a lot heavier than the other one. At least it is for me. One more time, kick it out, point and flex. Lift up that leg, higher, higher, higher. Reach your right arm up. And bend your left knee, lower it back to the ground, and take a nice long forward fold. Let your body roll over your legs. So as you stretch towards your ankles, feel the rounding of your back. And then we'll slide our hands up halfway. Try to bring your elbows or something to hold onto your knees. And then look up. As you look up, draw your shoulders away from your head. Breathe in and out of your nose. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Reach out in front of you, suck your belly in and rise up. Exhale to cactus. Bend your knees, bring them in towards the chair. Squeeze your elbows in towards your rib cage. Exhale, reach up and then kick your legs back out. Straighten the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Slide your arms and your legs back. Bring your feet towards the chair. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Lean back onto your chair. Lift your feet up off the ground. So now we're in our seated boat pose. If that's too much, keep your toes on the ground. But see if you can lift up your heart. Exhale, fold forward, lower yourself down over your legs. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Reach out, reach up. Straighten out your legs once more. We're going to go into a seated downward facing dog. So hinge your chest over your knees. Reach your arms kind of near where your ears are, just like we do for Thunderbolt. Press out through your hands. So you should feel a stretch right here on your wrist. So there's a reason we do chair, well, there's a reason why a lot of y'all are doing chair poses because our wrists and our knees are cranky. But this takes the weight out of those. So maybe you need to bend your knees to take weight out of your knees or behind your knees. But now press forward through your arms. Now inhale, straighten the arms, reach up. Lean back forward into your seated downward facing dog. Now bend the elbows, bring them out like you're flying. Press forward. Do 2 more of those. Bend the elbows, bring them behind you, head goes forward. Reach out. Bring the elbows behind you, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the shoulder blades in towards one another, maybe even tuck those elbows in towards the rib cage. Exhale, press it out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Cross your right arm underneath your left, come into eagle arms or hold your shoulders. Circle out the arms. And then circle the other way. Open the arms wide. Switch sides, the left arm goes on the bottom. Take some circles. And then circle the opposite direction. One more time around, and we open the arms wide. Exhale, float the arms down. Toe heel, bring your feet in and then toe heel them out, coming into wide-legged, both knees pointing out away from your hips, and sit tall. Starting here with our crown of our head lifting and our rib cage lifting up. So creating space from the bottom hip to the bottom rib. So these space right here, I want you to lengthen out. Inhale your right arm up, slide your left hand down your left leg. Exhale, float to the other side. Right hand slides down your right leg, left arm comes over your head. And switch it over. Now I'm not going to cue you because you can see that you all know what you're doing here. But if you want to stay longer, if it feels good and you need to hang on for an extra breath or two, do that. Let's move in a way that feels good to our body, and know that you have freedom to express yourself as you like. Keep going. We started reaching over to the right, so finish reaching over to the left. And then we're going to bring both hands, one hand to each knee, lean forward. Use your inner thighs to press out so you can find strength in those legs. Lengthen the crown of your head forward so the back has to work here. Breathe. Now take your torso over the right knee. So trying to stretch the spine as far to the right side of the room as you can. And then bring yourself back to the center. And then move yourself mindfully over to the left knee. And now we're going to sway from side to side. My chair is very squeaky, I apologize. Notice the sensations in your body. What are you feeling as you move? If you feel sharp pain or any discomfort, then please take note of that and restrict yourself from that movement. Your body sends us signals. We must listen to those signals and take care. All right. Now we're going to come back through center. If you want, you can reach your hands down, or you can still hold onto your legs. If you have props, blocks or pillows or anything nearby that you can hold on to, you can bring the floor closer to you. You got those nearby. I invite you to use them. If you can and it feels okay in your body, I invite you to sway your head from one shoulder to the other shoulder. Again, if you get dizzy, don't do it. Very nice. Bring yourself back through center. Take your hands to your knees. Gently, slowly lift your head up. Lean back into your chair. Toe heel your feet together. Bring yourself back to the center of your chair. Lift your right knee up. Take your right knee in towards your right armpit, your right shoulder, and then take it out to the right side. You can liberate the left hand by reaching it out. Stay here or add on, and you can kick out that right leg. Bend back into the right knee. Bring it back in, and then we're going to cross it over, either at your ankles or over the knees. Doesn't matter. You can choose. Take your left hand to your right knee, and then your right hand behind you for the twist. Lift your head up, drop your shoulders down, breathe. We'll come back through center. Lift the right knee back into the chest. Give it a squeeze, move the ankle if it feels like it needs it, and then lower the right foot back to the ground. Check out your sit bones, and then we'll move to the left side. Bring your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Holding on very tightly, squeezing in with that left hand. Bring it out to the left side of the room. Reach your right arm out. Press that right foot into the ground to stabilize you. Head lifts. Bring it back in, crisscross your ankles or your knees. Take that right hand to your left knee. Turn your torso to the right. And take your left hand and either hold on to your hip or the side of the chair, lifting your head and softening your shoulders down your back. And back through center. Uncross the left knee, squeeze it back in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, arch your back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise up. Hands to your heart center. So we're going to do a little bit more twisting. If it hurts your neck, please restrain from this. Take your right arm out to the right side. Bring that right arm as far back behind you as you can, and then follow the right arm all the way forward and all the way across over to the left. Go as far to the left side as you can, noticing that twisting your low spine, and then open the right arm back behind you. And just kind of paint the area, a little half circle around you with your palm. Your eyes, your drishti follows your hand. And now next time your right arm reaches across your chest over to the left, you're going to take your left hand and hold on to it and then nudge it a little further back. As you do that, drop your right shoulder. Now look over your right shoulder to the right side of your room. Now you're going to release the left hand is going to release the right hand, and you're going to open the right hand out to the side, look to the left. So I want you to look away from your right hand, so look to the left. And then vice versa, you're going to bring the hand across and look to the right. So I want you to look the opposite direction of the hand. This is making your brain and body work together. You have to think about what you're doing, or your gaze will want to follow your hand again. It's hard. You see me struggling. My eyes want to follow my hand. So in order for us not to go into default, sometimes we have to be 100% aware of what we're doing as we do it. One more time, reach that right hand behind you, look over your left shoulder, reach the right arm up and over, taking a nice long stretch over to your left side, for that seated half moon, or seated half, well, I guess they call it standing half moon. I guess it's seated half moon here. Lower that right arm gently down. Roll out your right shoulder. Let's do the other one. Reach your left arm out to the left side, bring it behind you. Look over, see if you can find your left thumb. Bring it all the way back. Full range of motion, slide that hand all the way in front of you, over to the right side of the room. And again, start with your gaze, just following this movement, this engagement of mind and body connection. If your mind is thinking about all your to-do list of what you have to do this afternoon, I'm guessing your mind will not be following your hand. Reach way back and then bring it all the way across your chest. Use your right hand to hold onto the left wrist, nudging just a little more to the right side. Drop your left shoulder, lift your head up, look over your left shoulder. Feel the shoulder blade. And now we're going to experience that mind-body connection again, keeping your hand going in one direction and your drishti, your gaze, going in the opposite. So as your hand goes to the right, your gaze goes to the left. As your hand goes behind you to the left, you look to the right. Go slow and smooth. We breathe as we move our body. One more time around. Reach way back with that left arm. Reach it up and then reach it over your head to the right. Drop your right shoulder down. Lift your left shoulder up. Exhale, lower the left arm. Roll out your left shoulder. All right, so as promised, we'll work on the muscles for your sciatica here. So we're gonna come to standing. So get yourself standing behind your chair. Grab a sip of water if you need it. All right, so we're gonna stand directly behind our chair. As always, look at your feet before we do anything. Just notice where they are. Notice where your hips are. Notice where your bones are, how this stuff works. Notice if you're tightening up your knees. Do you feel like your knees are locked? Or can you keep your joints soft? Ideally, in a yoga practice, we don't want to lock out our muscles. When you lock out your muscles, you're more inclined to getting injuries. So try to keep the muscles nice and soft. Roll the shoulders back, lift the head up. Actively press your right foot into the ground, bend your left knee and bring your left foot behind you. So notice we're just transferring the weight from 2 feet to 1 foot. And now we're just going to kick back, little pulses. Do you feel the glute here? So for those of you who have had hip replacements, you know that your glute protects your hip joint. For those of you who haven't had a hip replacement or hip injuries, you know that you should feel that this muscle is protecting that that joint, and if we can protect it, we're less likely to have problems with it. So we build up that muscle. Now, kick back and try to straighten the leg. So that probably means you're leaning slightly forward. Now lift the leg up higher. And now see if you can really get into that. Just above the hip there, you can feel it kind of squeezing in. Whew. Now we're going to crisscross that leg behind the other. Okay, so this is going to work the IT band. Lean forward, soften your knees, lean forward. Now lift up your chest and see if you can roll onto the edges of your feet so that the arch of your feet, you can't really see, the arches of your feet are coming up off the ground. So I'm just kind of rolling onto the edges of my feet. And just kind of feel what's happening here. Bend into the knees and uncross your legs, shake them out. And let's try the other side. Shift your weight to the opposite leg, right. Bend your knee, bring your foot behind you, and just do little pulses. Again, focusing your effort on your glutes, your gluteus maximus, your gluteus minimus, and you're also getting some of this hip flexor. If this hurts your knee, don't do it so hard, be very gentle. I think they call these donkey kicks. Then we're going to kick it way back and bring it in. Trying to straighten out that leg. One more time, kick it back, hold it. Bring the leg across your ankles, crisscross your legs like scissor legs. And we'll bow forward, bend your knees. Lift out your chest. And then you may want to slide your feet closer together and then lift up the edges, the inside edges of your feet, coming into the full expression of this pose where you're just working, squeezing everything in, and you're balancing on the outer edge, the knife edge of your pinky side of your feet. And it is sort of balancing here. I feel myself rocking some. Now bend into your knees, uncross your legs, shake it out. We do this pose quite often. So spin that chair around. You can either stay up high or come down lower for the next one. We're going to step back with your left foot, right foot stays forward. Pyramid pose. Both toes, all 10 toes, both toes. You have 10 of them. All 10 toes face forward and your hips face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. So your feet should be about hip distance apart, and they're about 1.5 feet apart, depending on how tall or short you are. Now exhale, lean forward, bring your hands to the chair, either here or to the seat. Draw back your right hip. Take your left hand over to the right side of your chair. As you do that, spiral your chest open, reach back with your right arm, draw back your right hip. And bring your left hand back down. Lean forward and see if you can come onto your forearms, either at the top of the chair or onto the chair. And then drop your head down, either resting your head on the seat of the chair or on the top of the chair rest. Nice. Lift up your chest, bend into your right knee, and then we'll step back into a downward facing dog. Again, if you're on the seat of your chair, if you're this way, your down dog is going to be a little lower. If your arms are at the back of the chair, it'll be a little higher. Bend both knees, look at your feet. Lift your chest up, step forward with the left foot, so your right foot's back. We should have the opposite leg forward for your pyramid pose here. Lift up and pull back your arms behind you. So reach back, full expression of your pyramid. Make sure your feet feel nice and grounded into the floor beneath you. And then exhale, bring it forward. Land somewhere on the chair. Take your right arm towards the left leg, and then spiral open your left arm. Draw back your left hip. Exhale, bring the left arm down. Come onto your forearms. Shift your weight to your heels of both feet and drop your head down. Gently lift your chest up. Place your hands on the chair, stabilize yourself, and then step it back to your downward facing dog. Now, this time look in between your knees. Maybe you can bend those knees, find a little bit more stretch in the back. Hug your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, lift up your chest, come into a high plank. So stabilize your body. Press your hands, your wrist into the chair. Lift your heels up off the ground if they're not already. Suck your belly in. Exhale, push it back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, back to your high plank. Lift your heels, lift your shoulders over your wrist. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Push back those hips. Make your full expression of your downward facing dog. Look at your belly button this time. So the neck is getting a little bit of stretch here. Look at the belly button. Woo, high belly button. And then lift up, come back into your high plank. Tiptoe your way to the chair. Bend your knees, shake it out. And gently begin to lift your chest up, back into tall mountain, arms up overhead, hands to your heart center. See, we got time. I'm running out of time. Okay, stand to the side of your chair. We're going to take our right foot onto the chair. Toe heel the left foot out. We're going to straighten that leg and then bend it. So if this is too much for you with the knee this high, take it, the lower option is just to step it out and do it like this. Bend that knee, make sure you can find an angle here, a 90-degree angle. See if you can get the knee over the ankle. Take your left hand, bring it to your right knee, and twist over to the right. Push down through your left foot. Come back through center, straighten out that leg, lift your toes up. You may want to walk back that left leg some. Keep your right hand on the chair and then open out the left arm. Lean backwards so the heart shines up to the sky. Bring your left hand over your head and reach towards your right toes. Lower slowly the left arm. Walk back in your left foot and relieve the right leg. Shake it out. Walk around to the opposite side of your chair. And we'll do the other one. Put your foot on the chair, that's your option, or keep the foot on the ground. I'm just gonna kind of bend into it. Right leg's gonna kind of scoot back so you can get lots of space. Good job, guys. Now we're gonna take that twist again. Bring your left knee over your ankle. Opposite hand, twist around, holding onto the knee or the back of the chair. Turn around and look behind you. Return back to facing the chair. Toe heel your back leg out, point your toes up. And see if you can make sure you're grounded in your standing legs so no one falls out. Reach up over your head, hold onto the chair with your left arm, right arm goes over your head. Reach over, rainbow shape towards your toes. Feel a nice side body stretch here. Lean back, open your heart to the sky. Exhale, bring it all back down. Toe heel your back foot in so you can free that leg off the chair. Give another kick. Shake out your legs. And then we'll inhale, rise up tall mountain. Inhale to your heart center, hands at prayer. Notice how you feel. So make any last movements you need. We're going to come back onto either the floor or back into your chair. If you have a couch or anything nearby where you can put your feet up, I invite you to do that. Your chair, if you don't want to get on the ground, don't do that. But you can use like a couch to put your feet up on. Or if you are going onto the ground, it's nice to use the chair to put your feet on. So it's just to get our feet above our heart, or to get it equal with the heart. And then point and flex your toes. Stretch your arms up above your head. Reach up. And bring your hands to your heart. And you can place one hand on your heart and one hand palm on the other. And I invite you just to close your eyes here. Acknowledge yourself. Feel yourself as a solid state. Think of yourself like ice. It's a solid state. Notice all the points of connection your body has to whatever's supporting you, the chair, the ground, the couch, whatever it is that's holding you up. Notice those points of connections and notice how solid you are. Now, in your mind, imagine yourself melting, becoming one with the surface that you're on, the chair, the floor, couch, bed. So you melt into another state, a state of water, liquid. So your body softens, your heart softens. Notice what it feels like to be in this liquid state. Most of our body is made up of liquid. Soften even more. As you exhale, let go even more. From that liquid state, imagine yourself turns into vapor, turns into air. So now you are light, you are airy. For the next moment or two, feel the lightness in your heart, the lightness in your mind, where everything is light as air, letting go of struggles, anxiety. If it helps, you can imagine a blue sky with pretty fluffy white clouds. And imagine you are one of those clouds. That your heart softened, it melted, and now it's light as air. For the next moment or two, relax here. Enjoy this moment of stillness and of silence. At peace with yourself, peace with your body, and at peace with your mind.
Meditation practice helps you to respond instead of react, which means the more you meditate, the more you learn to observe your thoughts, you can be more open, more empathetic, more loving and kind. Observing your mind in this way can improve your critical thinking. Yoga encourages you to see your own ignorance and notice where you can heal and where you can grow within yourself. Notice the thoughts that you think. And know that these thoughts are choices, that we have the opportunity to make better ones. Ahimsa means non-violence to yourself and to others. It is a respectful practice. The non-violence doesn't always mean literally. It's in our actions, in our words, in our thoughts. Those cause us harm and others harmed too. So embrace your limitations. Accept them by honoring yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Return your mind back to a liquid state. So move your fingers, your toes, spread them apart, create lots of space as if water is just spreading out. Make any movements the body needs, rolling the shoulders, rolling the neck. And if you're on the ground, roll yourself to the side and come up to a seated shape and meet us back in our Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Turn back into a solid state, a state of grounding and of noticing the points of connection your body has to things that are grounding you to the earth, your sit bones, your feet. And bring your hands to your heart center at Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. We bow our head to acknowledge ourselves and to acknowledge others and to acknowledge this practice. It was an honor and a pleasure to practice with each of you this morning. May each of you take these little things that you learn about yourself in our yoga practice and use them out into our world and into our community, making it a better place for all of us to live. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, your breath, and your smiles. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
I unmute you all.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And if you have any trouble, know anybody who's had any trouble, text me. I'll see if I can fix anything with these Zoom classes. I want to make sure everybody's getting on.
Thank you, Emily.
Melanie, it's Betty. I sent you an email earlier saying I could not get on, but I tried it one last time and got on fine.
Oh, good. Thanks, Betty. Okay, well, I'll ignore your email then.
Yeah, please do. Yes, I'm good.
Okay, nice.
Thanks. Bye.
Melanie,
Yes, dear.
who is the author of that book, Yamas and Niyamas?
Okay, it is Deborah Adele. If you want, I'll send you an email with it. I forgot to put my link to somebody asked me to do it, and I forgot to put the link to my YouTube on that email I sent everybody. So I may send you another email, and I'll put the name of this book on it.
And sciatic too.
You can buy it on Amazon. It was like $7. It's cheap. It's not an expensive book. And I've got so many notes in it. Like I've got all kinds of, I like it. I think it's a good book.
Thank you,
I'm
Emily.
gonna get it for my daughter-in-law.
Yes, she would probably like it.
Thank you. Have a lovely week.
Thank you,
Thank
Melody.
you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Forgot to do my poll. Oh, man.